I'm attending every F1 race with the Heineken F1 season ticket, and this was my experience at the Australian Grand Prix. Hello and welcome to the very first race weekend vlog of the year. It's the Australian Grand Prix. It's currently the Thursday before the Grand Prix, and I'm very excited already. I've actually been in Australia since last Thursday, so had a bit of time exploring Melbourne and also a bit of time exploring Sydney, which was really nice. And yesterday came back to Melbourne. I've had one night in this hotel, and now I am moving to the hotel that Heineken have booked me as part of the season ticket this year. I'm also going to be meeting back up with Matt, who is my +1 this week, and he spent an extra day in Sydney. He has just landed back into Melbourne now, so let's head off, go find him. Stunning weather in Melbourne. There he is. And after collecting Matt from his coffee stop, headed off to a highly rated Italian restaurant in the Carlton district of Melbourne called Johnny, Vince and Sam's. Very Italian name. Solid pizza though, so no complaints. As part of this year's F1 season ticket, our accommodation was booked in St Kilda, which is a suburb just south of where the circuit is in Albert Park. And by far the easiest way to get around in Melbourne is on one of the many trams, which only took us 30 minutes or so. St Kilda Beach Hotel. He said the second lift's quicker. So after beelining for that second lift, welcome to our room for the weekend. The best part about this place is definitely the location, which is walking distance from the circuit, but also features twin beds and this corridor into the unknown. Then the bathroom is as you'd expect from a hotel room: shower, toilet, sink, and me. Walking to the circuit for the first time in 2026, and weirdly on a Thursday, because a lot of Grand Prix you can't actually go in on a Thursday, but Australia have a bunch of stuff on. V8 supercars, fan zone appearances, so we're going to go check it out. Our closest entry point was gate 10, and every day there was free sun cream being given out, not just here but around the whole circuit, which was great. We were also welcomed by the beautiful sound of engines as the Porsche Carrera Cup Series was on track, and not long later back in the paddock. This section of the fan zone also had the mini mokes being used for the drivers' parade later in the weekend, a massive Ford stand with a very familiar Raptor on it, and our seats for the weekend in the Fangio Grandstand, but I'll show you that view a bit later on. And a very famous part of the Australian Grand Prix is the Melbourne Walk, where fans can get extremely close to the drivers as they arrive from Thursday through to Sunday, so let's go and take a look. This is also quite close to the Lakeside Festival area, which had a Heineken bar section and headline music acts playing each night. Last year when I came to the race, it was absolutely pissing with rain all day on the Sunday, and today it's the complete opposite, and the lake is pretty incredible in the sunshine. Back to the action with some V8 supercars. In this sunshine, Albert Park is a different place, honestly. This is so nice. What a place to wander around on a Thursday. Wow. Now I think just here, in between these two grandstands, is where I watched the race from last year, in the pouring rain. When I was here a year ago, I definitely didn't think I'd be back here a year later, let alone in this weather. Good morning from Friday, and the first day of the year that we're going to see F1 cars on track on a Grand Prix weekend, which is super exciting. But first, I'm down at St Kilda Beach to film a new short-form content series called Landmark to Lights Out, where I see how long it takes me to get from a famous landmark or location in every F1 city to the circuit. So I'll pop some clips in from that video right now. 5 minutes later, back on foot for what is already the final leg of the journey, and then I will see you at the circuit. Back at the track, and it's been a few hours since I last spoke to you. I filmed both Landmark to Lights Out and also a new merch series for the short form content. So now I can actually start filming some long form stuff again. We're now heading down to one of the fan zones, potentially grab some food and a drink, and then FP1 is going to start. Food actually got delayed as we saw this bar, so dived inside to take a look. Drinks were priced between $7 and $16, which roughly converts to between £4 and £9. And talking of liquid, there was lots of water refill stations around the circuit and plenty of toilets to get rid of that liquid. Now time to go and watch some cars on track. We stayed on the banks near Turn 8 for a while and then wandered onwards past the adopted Australian and into another of the fan zones to grab some food. Hey man, can I get the chicken and chorizo paella? Yeah, thank you. No, just on its own, thank you. That $22 came to £11.50, and I thought it might be a bit dry, but it wasn't at all. It was actually one of the nicer meals that I've had at an F1 racetrack.
So that's FP1 over, Ferrari 1-2. Is it too soon to say, year of the horse?
Between the two practice sessions, I arranged a meet-up, which ended up being a lovely couple of hours in the sunshine with other F1 fans. We had a meet-up, and it was amazing to chat to so many other fans of the sport, many of whom had travelled to the race on their own. And the beauty of Formula One is that fans make friends no matter where they're from or who they support.
Thank you so much to everyone that came along to the meet-up. I love doing those meet-ups, and it's amazing to just chat F1 for ages with other F1 fans. So thank you for coming along. It is now FP2. And the cars are back on track for the final time today. We have headed to just after turn 12, which has some good accessibility platforms in the last sector. And we've also been joined by another guest. Mr. Anthony Capaldi of TikTok fame has joined us now for FP2. So let's go see the cars on track. And there's the boys enjoying FP2.
And following FP2, we made our way out of the circuit, but this time headed into central Melbourne, so waited for one of the very busy trams near the track. It was so hot and stuffy on our particular tram that we actually ended up getting off halfway and walking the rest.
Oh, fresh air.
Can't complain though, because what an epic walk this is. And that epic walk led us straight to one of the grilled restaurants, which serves Oscar Piastri's limited edition burger. There's a choice of either grilled chicken or Wagyu beef. We both went for the beef and were not disappointed. Two very nice meals on Friday.
Hello from Quali Day in Melbourne. It's actually already midday today. I've spent the morning editing videos, so it's time to go to the track because it's almost time for FP3 and then the first competitive session of the year, qualifying later today. So yeah, I'm a bit all over the place at the moment. I need to sort myself out and then go to the track because missing valuable track time right now.
Now, a mini-series feature that I'm going to include in these vlogs is a prediction competition against my +1 for the weekend, with 4 points available every week for predicting pole position and each of the podium finishing spots. Oh, and welcome to our grandstand view, by the way.
Predictions time from Matt. Pole position.
Pole position, I'm going to go George. Very quick.
Third place.
Third place, let's go Charles.
Second.
Lewis.
And first,
And then George is going to get it. Yeah, George
Okay.
looks so quick. So
Okay, so my predictions, I am going Charles Leclerc pole position.
yeah,
I'm going to go Oscar Piastri third, George Russell second, Charles Leclerc first. Ferrari win finally after no wins last year.
To our seats for qualifying to find out how wrong I was. Piastri went P1. Quickly followed by George, which then prompted the latest Toto meme. Fair play to George and Mercedes, some qualifying performance from them.
It's race day here in Melbourne and we're heading to the track right now. Matt's predictions are looking pretty good after Saturday with Russell on pole, but you never know what can happen in the race. I still believe in Ferrari.
Haha, what a fool I am. Anyway, let me give you a quick tour of the fan zone near our grandstand.
V8 supercars are out on track at the moment and are normally parked up here on the left. And then on the right, a load more historic cars. And here are them historic race cars. There are so many here. A massive paddock of old cars and of current racers like the V8 supercars. And also the Porsche Super Cups. Actually no, not Porsche Super Cups, they're Porsche Carrera Cups, which are further down here. And now over this side, like I just said, the Porsche Carrera Cups, but they're all covered at the moment. There's a little sneak peek of one of them through there. But other than that, no comprende. Just walking along, but I had to stop because I spotted a goat. And we're now entering into the food and drink area, so a very popular coffee spot there. Loads of hydration stations here, next to the toilets as well. But lots of spots to refill your water. There's actually quite a few shaded spots around at the Australian Grand Prix as well, which is very nice in the sunshine. TV over there, and then on the left, oh, here come the V8 supercars. We've got a bar on the left for all drinks, and then just next to that, some food spots on the right. But honestly, this is just a selection. There are so many food spots around this Grand Prix, and so many areas to grab a drink as well.
The food generally came out at a similar price at most stalls, between £10 and £15 for a decent meal, but like I just said, there really was a massive choice of different cuisines. Lots of team-specific merch stores further down from the food, and event-specific merch, which is always cheaper than the team-branded stuff. We went for another wonder, ending up back at the Lakeside Festival area, and more specifically the Heineken Bar.
Great spot to relax pre-race with new friends made through our shared passion of Formula One. An awesome part of attending a Grand Prix weekend.
Before making our way back to the grandstand, past many Piastri fans who were completely unsuspecting of what was about to happen, like all of us.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Not too bad. There you go.
Thanks so much.
That is live, yeah, that's live. Oh my god. And after the complete shock of that moment, the cars lined up and it was lights out in Australia.
Go on, Isaac! Isaac Hadjar, he's on it! Is that Charles? Charles, go on! Go, Charles! That's Lindblad in fourth as well.
My heart rate was definitely spiking during the yo-yoing of positions in the first 10 laps.
Oh, yeah! Go on!
And Lewis getting involved in the fight too. I feel the VSC was a shame as the split strategy and lack of Ferrari pit stops settled the race down a fair bit before George came through to take a well-deserved win.
Did you say Leclerc third in your prediction? So you got first, third and pole. So nice 3-0 start then.
Time for the post-race track walk, which is always a must-do in my opinion, but we were both very hungry, so acquired some loaded fries to walk the track with us. What a weekend, and what a great event to attend. I want to add in some more mini-series sections to these videos, like a race day bingo card or something like that, so there's more to come, but for the time being, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next lap.